So this is NAMM Show 2018. I'm at the Electron booth with Cenk. Oh my God, Mr Dataline himself. That's great. Big news now. You've got the brand new device here. What is it?
Yeah, and it's come with a bang. You know, we didn't tease it, we didn't do anything. We just released it today. And guess what? It's actually shipping today.
Wow.
Yeah. So if you're lucky enough to go to our website and find a unit, buy it. If not, then you have to go to your local retailers and check them out. Yeah. So what is a Digitone? The Digitone is an 8-voice polyphonic synthesizer. We'd like to call it FM Synth because the main core of this synthesizer is FM. And it's based on a 4-operator and an 8-algorithm engine. And we have combined this FM synthesis with traditional subtractive elements of synthesis. Why? Because we wanted a modern and easy to use, streamlined FM synthesis that anybody would feel comfortable in using it. Personally, I love FM synthesis, and I never managed to program anything out of it because I just couldn't find a platform that it was good for me. So finally, I can actually, program all these sounds in my dreams without knowing FM, because it's very easy. Let's have a closer look.
Yes.
So we have 8 voices, and we have 4 tracks here. So these 8 voices can be assigned to the tracks. And here I have assigned 2 voices to this track, 3 here, and etc. So you have a very rich engine to separate into the tracks. Then let's actually do it like this. Let's clear this track. And this is just a neutral sound. It's a sine wave. If you are familiar with FM synthesis, you start with a sine wave. And we made it so easy to be able to get these classic FM tones. So I go to the synth page number 2, which has the FM envelopes that you can see on the screen. Straight away I have that classic tone. And I have the envelope. So I could go back and change the ratios of the 4 operators. And let's try the feedback. We have sound effects for reverb, delay, and chorus. And yeah, so you can make sounds like this pretty easily, no problem there. And of course, we have the Electron Sequencer in here. So on the sequencer, each of the steps can be a totally unique sound. I can parameter lock different algorithms, different synth parameters, different filter settings per step. And we have the trig conditions, where some of the trigs can trigger by chance or in a certain pattern, making it, your sequence can be much more interesting and varied over time as it's playing. So I have a sequence running here. Let's check this out. And this is the synth that is playing. You can see the sequencer following. And we can mess around with the sound a bit. Yeah, you can go crazy like that. Let's unmute the track number 2. And with the Electron Sequencer, you can put in steps and you could program different sounds. So here, I put another step, but I'm going to choose a snare sound, for example. And I could lower the volume just for that step. And add some other steps like this. So that's what I can do with this sequencer. You can program these compositions. You have a lot of automation to play around with. Another thing that I really want to show is I have this bass pattern here. And I really like how the feedback sounds. Hear this. And because we have a filter after the FM, you can make the FM engine crazy and trippy and weird, and then you have extra options, traditional options to shape your sound. Never before we had such control over such a complex synthesizer, I think. Yeah, and that's the Digitone. And we also have an arpeggiator, if that wasn't all enough. So let's have a look at the arpeggiator quickly. Yeah. So you can program your own melodies in the arpeggiator. The arpeggiator has its own sequencer. So let's see here. So I'm just randomly assigning notes. Here we go. Then we can change the length of the sequence. There's a lot more things to tell. I could go on. I mean, one of my favorite things about this is what sets it apart from other FM synthesizers is on each of the algorithms, we have 8 algorithms, and each of them has got like an X and a Y output. Like we can, it doesn't really show it here, but you can see on the screen here, they have X and Y output, depending on your your algorithm configuration. And you have the mix parameter here where you can decide how much of X or Y you want. And yeah, you have overdrive per track, you have sound effects, chorus delay, reverb, 2 filters. One of them is multi-mode, the other one is a bass width type of filter here. Then you have 2 LFOs. And I have the Digitact here, which I think that the Digitone is the Digitact's best friend, best companion. What I've done here, I've got the output of the Digitact into the Digitone input. So let's press play again on that pattern we had. Let's unmute the other tracks. Now I'm going to feed in the Digitact here. So now with such a small setup, you have such a powerful engine. And what I really like doing here is on a Digitone you have a master overdrive. So whatever goes into the unit, you can crank it up really hard. And internal tracks.
Wow!
Yeah, no, this thing is, you know, I still can go. We have made hundreds of presets. We've worked with sound designers around the world, and we made a lot of presets. Let's have a quickly run through them here. Let's see here, if I go to this one here, yeah. So you have all these sounds already at your disposal when you get the unit straight away. Let me just fix this, okay. And we have a lot of pad sounds. Almost scary in some ways. Yeah, so there's a lot of sounds to play around with. You either use them as they are or you use it as a start point to make your own sound.
Yeah, now I would say the worst thing is how do we get your talent? You know, that's the problem, I believe, you know. So how easy it is to program compared to a Digitact? Is that the same sort of programming environment?
Really good question. We looked at the Digitact and we understood that this is a platform that people really appreciate and have fun using. So we wanted to apply that workflow into FM synthesis. And so it's totally the same kind of environment. If you have used Digitact, you will be feeling at home with the Digitone pretty quickly. So you press the record button and you're in the step sequencer. If you're not, you're on the keyboard. And if you want to put like for example, you want to put a chord in the sequence, you hold one of the step buttons and you press this button here. Now you can assign which chords you want for this step. and you can see the notes here. So it's very easy to program, and we spend a lot of time to make the FM engine as user-friendly and streamlined as possible. So you don't need to be an FM guru. I mean, I don't have I've never been a FM guru.
I don't believe you.
But ultimately it's available now, and as I said at the beginning of the video, and yeah, check it out.
So remind us what the price is for the Digitone.
Yeah, the price is, I don't want to give out wrong information. Oops, not that one. This looks very amateur, but hey, it's 779 euros, which currently is exactly the same price as the Digitact.
Okay, and you've got all the FM powers in your hands, and you can go crazy like you just did a minute ago. So
yeah, you can, and it's very easy to come up with these soft dream tones. And even if you didn't wanna, just go through in the presets and pick a random sound.
okay, so I guess that maybe we can end up this video with maybe a little bit of demo.
You like drum and bass?
I do like drum and bass.
Yeah, while we're still talking, we have a feature called Control All. So I can control all the synth tracks at the same time and then reload it. So what I can do, the pattern you're hearing, I can really mess it up and reload. So it's a great performance tool. Let's check it out. And then you could bring in the Digitact. That didn't really work, but you get the idea. Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Cenk, for this nice demo and explanation. See you next time, maybe. Bye-bye.
Bye.